Hey there everybody, and welcome to Real Time, where we are live talking about film and television and everything in between. And I just gotta say, Sirui, if you're watching this, you guys did it. You guys did it again. You made the independent filmmaker community so excited and pumped. Today, I'm gonna be unboxing the Sirui 35mm f1.8 Anamorphic lens for Micro Four Thirds. Coming right up. Hey guys, what's up? How's it going? And welcome back to the channel. Mustafa Talib here with Cinema King Productions, and I cannot tell you guys how happy I am. This has been a long time in the making to get this lens. I'm sure a lot of you guys are aware that Sirui had a Indiegogo campaign after their successful campaign with their first anamorphic lens for Micro Four Thirds cameras, which is right here, the 50mm f1.8, a beautiful lens. It's got some nice weight to it, completely manual, a filmmaker's dream, an independent filmmaker's dream lens to have at an affordable rate of retailing at $649.99. For the campaign, it was for the early bird, it was cheaper price of I believe $5.99, and then those who couldn't get it early on got it at the later price. But regardless, a great lens, broke the internet, broke the independent filmmaker community, because you cannot find a true anamorphic lens for mirrorless cameras, Micro Four Thirds cameras, at that price point. So kudos to Sirui for doing that. And then following that came the demand of, well, what lens should we come out with next? And that came with the idea of, let's do the 35mm f1.8. And that was a buzzing. And so I was fortunate that I wasn't in the early bird phase of the campaign to purchase it at $5.99, but I did get it at $649.99. You can see it right here. Beautiful Sirui 35mm f1.8 anamorphic 1.33x. Yeah, amazing lens, just going a little bit wider than the 50mm. So yeah, when this came out, I was just like, I have to have this. I think any filmmaker would be excited to get it. Of course, the influencers online got it first to review it and say great things about it. You know, you have the natural flares when you shine, a light source into it, natural blue flares. The same construction as the 50mm right here. 100% manual, so it will not electronically be read by the camera in terms of like changing the aperture or doing automatic focus. However, a true independent filmmaker would do everything manual, in my opinion. They will do things manually, in my opinion. Just like how your image has to be manual, controlling the shutter speed, the frame rate, the ISO, that all has to be manual. Your lens has to be manual. So that way you get the best controlled shot possible. Anyway, I just want to say thank you all so much for tuning in. And if y'all have any kind of questions, make sure you leave them in the live chat. I'll be looking over and answering them as they come in, or if you just want to say what's up, what's up. So yeah, let's go ahead and unbox this thing. Starting with our trusty knife. I cannot tell you guys how excited I am. I mean, first let me just take a second. Externally, I may be calm, but internally, I'm really thinking and feeling this.
Yes. Yes. They finally did it. They finally did it. An affordable anamorphic lens for the filmmaker community to make beautiful films at a fraction of the cost. It's my dream come true.
But externally, I'm just like, that's pretty cool. It's pretty cool. All right. Let's do this. Let's get it. So moving on. Let's go ahead and open this guy up more. Okay. Put that knife away. Not to hurt anybody. Put this lens away. Ah, yes. Or hold on, let me say this one more time.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. That's what I'm talking about.
So when I had purchased it, it was at, I had purchased it August 13th, and the approximate time for it to be shipped was September of 2020. However, there were a few issues, which was a few of the units, a few batches in the units, a few units in certain batches, let me say that like that, were defective in that they there was a lot of playroom with the connection. So after you connected the lens mounted onto the camera body, there was still some wiggle room from the lens to the body, and that's a big no-no, especially when you're having it attached to, you know, a nice rig and all. You don't want to have that going on. You don't want anything loose. You want everything nice, airtight, and fixed. So they Sirui did respond immediately, and that did cause a delay with the shipments, pushing it back several weeks actually. And they also gave a temporary solution, which was, you know, to use the lens support when you're attaching it to your rig, so that way it doesn't loosen up or fall like that. So that pushed things back, and so instead of being delivered in September, I got notified that it was shipped last Thursday, and that was, let's see, tomorrow's the 22nd, October 15th. Yes, October 15th, last week, is when I got notified that it had been shipped from China, from the factory, and I'm like, yes! And it took them a whooping 5 days, because it arrived on Tuesday. And I was just checking every day, refreshing the FedEx shipment page, delivery tracking, and it's here. Now it's in Alaska, and then it jumped from Alaska to Addison, Texas, and then Dallas, Dallas, and then Addison, and I'm like, yay! And then it came to my house soon after. So very happy about that. Very excited that it came, and so let's continue unboxing it. Alrighty. The same packaging as the original 50mm. Nice clean box. Let's go ahead and grab the knife again. And cut all around. Garbage in there, and the moment of truth. Are y'all watching? Are y'all paying attention to what's happening here live right now on real time? This is history in the making, people. let's take this moment and cherish it. For the love of God, please. I have to say this bit that I don't know if it's you guys, if y'all are feeling this too, or if it's just me, but like time has been whizzing by, and I'm talking like really fast. Like every day it's done, next. And I don't know if it's because I'm in a routine with my schedule or something. Like there's things I'm looking forward to every week, and they're like checked off. Like it makes time go so much faster. Maybe I'm just really busy. I don't know. Let me know what y'all think. Has it been feeling really fast paced these past couple of weeks? Because we're already in the later half of October of 2020. And we just said yesterday, oh, we're in lockdown because of COVID-19. Which, by the way, I hope y'all are staying safe. I hope y'all are, keeping your social distancing. Why do I have a problem with that? I don't know. But yeah, make sure you guys are staying safe. Wash your hands and wear masks. Wear your masks. Anyway, I'm going to keep on going with the unboxing. Ooh, boy. I'm scared, but like excited at the same time. All right, here we go. Bismillah. Paperwork! I love the paperwork. This is not actually paperwork. This is accessories. And that reminds me that yes, with the 35mm from Sirui, you do get, well, I guess paperwork is in there, but you get the pouch, very useful for transportation. Instructions, and it says pass. I'm very happy about that. Something Blueberry just said, to be honest, except YouTube channel like Corridor Digital, I don't really see anybody else using it for video shoot when you can rent this kind of lens, or even better. Hey, by the way. Hey, Something Blueberry. Thanks for tuning in. Really appreciate it. So yeah, instructions. Components of the lens, attach the, which I'm going to talk about next, to the lens. Lens features, and lens setup instructions, and product precautions for normal use. Data chart, which is interesting. Let's talk about that for a second. 35mm f1.8 maximum aperture, minimum aperture f16. 13 elements in 9 groups. 10 aperture blades. The default attachment is micro four thirds, but with the Indiegogo campaign, you could have also purchased the different types of mounts to attach manually, which would be for Sony, Nikon, Fuji. I think that's it. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I think those are the ones that can come with it for an additional $10, I think, per mount. The shooting distance, 0.85 meters, so about 2.5 feet is the minimum distance to focus, and then of course to infinity. Manual focusing, blah 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 blah. Weight 1.55 pounds. So this one, from what I'm told, is a little heftier than the 50mm from Sirui. And warranty, woo, 2 years. Nice. Sorry. Nice. Good to know. So, yes, what came with the 35 and what didn't come with the 50mm, because it was such in high demand from other filmmakers, was to include, drum roll please. Sorry, we don't have drum roll built into the video mixer here, and that's okay. But what came with these, with this lens, are two focus rings, or aperture ring, focus ring, just additional rings that you can wrap around the lens with, so that when you have your rig set up, you can do manual control for focus, and if you need to change the aperture as well. So very, very cool that they included that. I don't personally think I'll be using the ring for the aperture ring, because when I do my shots, I like to keep it as wide open as possible, just because I love that shallow depth of field. Gives it that extra cinema-like feature that you find in movies, which is, a high character, what's the word? It's very sought out. I don't know what, I'm drawing a blank, but it's a feature that most filmmakers want in their images for their cinematography of their film. They want to have a nice shallow depth of field. This one gives it to you. So keep it at 1.8 is what I would probably do. Depends on the lighting situation, of course. With the anamorphic lens, of course, additional feature is the oval bokeh that you get because of the elements in the lens. So anytime you have very finite lighting in the background of your image, a light source of some sort that's in the frame, it will always be more oval shaped. Another anamorphic unique feature. Also, let me know in the live chat or in the comments below if y'all want to see a anamorphic live stream. I think that would be very fun to try out. I know Anamorphic on a Budget, great YouTube channel with Tito. He and I have been back and forth a little bit on Instagram. We've been talking about, I've seen his live streams where he does anamorphic, and there are a few configurations that you have to do to make sure that works with the cameras that you're using. Currently, I use the GH5 as my main camera here. I have the GH4, and then up top, GoPro. Also, random side note, I remembered something. Happy Back to the Future Day. It was this day in Back to the Future 2 where Marty and Doc go to the future to October 21st, 2015. So 5-year anniversary today for that moment in history. And if you can see, there's a little Easter egg back. Let's see, it's hard to see on the screen. There we go. Back in the corner behind me, I have a DeLorean sitting up there. One day I'll be doing a YouTube studio tour, so you can pick out all the different film memorabilia stuff, and it'll be fun. It'll be exciting. Something Blueberry, you also mentioned. I mean, it's still really nice seeing a brand finally doing an affordable anamorphic lens. Absolutely. I could not agree more. Sirui first came out with filmmaker accessories like tripods. They also moved into lenses for cell phones, smartphones. So they also have an anamorphic for smartphones before Moment, I believe. But Moment was better about their marketing. Ooh. But yes. And then they shifted to doing a full-on anamorphic lens for independent filmmakers such as myself, and others, to up their quality of films and stories that they want to tell. And you know what distinguishes a videographer from a filmmaker is, you could say, you know, the gear that they use, the techniques that they use, the type of imagery that they get from their cameras. So yeah, anamorphic is just, you know, that extra higher tier class of filmmakers, which I hope to be a part of one day. So make sure you are subscribed, and make sure you like this live stream as well, to stay tuned for future projects that I do have in mind. Especially now that I got this new lens, I can start switching between the 35 and 50mm anamorphics and get some really amazing films out there with beautiful cinema quality. Moving on. So, I have to say it like this. Give me a moment. Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you the Sirui 35mm f1.8 anamorphic lens for Micro Four Third cameras. Thank you. Thank you very much. That is beautiful. You know what? I'm just gonna do it again. Everybody give it up. Look at that. Vacuum sealed. Hey, Noor. Love you too, bro. Good seeing you or hearing from you. It's been zaman. I haven't heard from you. How's Canada doing? But yes, a beautiful lens. And it's got some weight to it. But let's go ahead and clear the table a little bit and make some room for this, okay? Okay, putting you off on the side. But I don't want to... Come on, work with me. Work with me. Okay, great. Da-da-da-da-da-da. I'll put these back in here. And close you up and put you down. And bring you here. Now, I was just debating in my head, should I or should I not actually cut it open? And I decided, what the heck, I'm gonna do it. So let's do this. Make it very easy. Just pull the tab. And I heard it. I don't know if y'all heard it, but I heard a little tss leaving. So it's been vacuum sealed. Doing well, bro. Lockdown, home 90%. Alhamdulillah, looking good, bro. Jazakallah khair. Thank you so much, man. Appreciate it. Mabruk on the new gear. Thank you so much. Ooh, yes. This is a hefty lens compared to the 50mm. 50mm, 35mm. And yeah, slightly heavier. But still amazing as usual. Oh, I just noticed something. The 0.85 meters is 2.8 feet minimum distance for focusing. Good to know. I wish I had another camera to like show POV. That would be awesome, right? Let's see. I think we can do it from up top. Yeah, we can do that, right? And just be extremely careful with them both. There you go. You can see the size difference. Even though this is a further focal length, this one is still bulkier, 35mm compared to the 50. Man, I am so stoked about this. Man, I just can't keep it in. I don't know what I'm gonna do. I'm so excited, and I just can't hide it. I don't know why. That's how it is. So let's do a quick throwing test. Not throwing, a throw test is what I meant. So there you go. Very nice. Very smooth. So smooth. So clean. So clean. That's for focus. Now aperture. Ooh, you got some tug there. I like that. There's some resistance. I like it. I like it a lot. Yes. It's very good. In my country, we like very smooth and resistant to aperture. Very much. I don't know why I'm doing this. But that's very nice. I like that a lot. So that way it's not just flimsy and just being thrown everywhere. And being able to change. The same is with the 50mm as well. All right, moment of truth. Gonna open the lens for the very first time at 1.8. I'm gonna rotate you around so that you guys can see. Lighting, there we go, something like that. Okay, here we go. Hallelujah. Ooh, that is beautiful. That is amazing. You see that nice stretch right there? That's what causes anamorphic. That is beautiful. Bismillah, mashallah, la quwwata illa billah. No hasad here, okay? And for those who don't know, hasad means evil eye, or wishing evil on somebody or something. Say mashallah in the comments. Yalla, go ahead. I'm waiting. So open the back. Yep, it says it right there. Micro Four Thirds. Hey, you can see me. That's cool. It's kind of hard doing this reversed. Let's do it up here. Maybe it's easier to see it like that. Let's see. Micro Four Thirds. Reflects too much. But it's very nice. Very oval-ly looking. I would love to do a live stream and then just grab my flashlight and just bam, shine a light right up in there. I do notice a little speck, which I'm not super worried about, but I'm also not extremely thrilled about to see. There you go. Mashallah, tabarakallah, la quwwata illa billah. Thank you, Noor. You understand. The hasad is real. Yes, the back of the lens is very massive. Something blueberry. Let's compare, actually, to the 50mm. So this is the 35 and this is the 50. Let's see. Yeah, it is quite massive. They're at the same distance from the camera now. So you can see that happening. Sorry about the glitches, guys. It's a USB problem, but yeah, it is quite large. Quite large indeed. Let's see. Yeah. That's beautiful, though. That is beautiful. I cannot wait. I'm telling you guys, I cannot wait to start producing high-quality films on this channel using the anamorphic 35mm f1.8 and the 50mm f1.8 from Sirui. Who knows? I mean, I'm hearing some rumors that they're going to be releasing a 24mm. I don't know if f1.8, but they should. And also a 85mm f1.8. Keep in mind, though, for a micro four thirds sensor, you basically double the focal length, which is the actual focal length. So this is actually, the 50mm is equivalent to 100mm on a full frame sensor, and the 35mm is 70mm on a full frame sensor. So if we got a 24, then we would have a 48mm lens. I would love if they could do a wide, and I would definitely grab it, because that way I would have a nice set of anamorphics that were all affordable, relatively speaking, and that way I just have a nice set. I don't think I'll get an 85 because that is too long of a lens to have anamorphic, in my opinion. Especially as an independent filmmaker, I don't see myself, maybe I would, I don't know, but using an 85mm, which would be 170mm equivalent. So it's kind of far. Who knows? Maybe it depends on the story that I'm trying to tell. But yeah, this is something incredible, mashallah. I do want to also, again, thank you guys so much for tuning in and watching this live stream of Real Time. On this show, if you're new here, we talk about everything from television and film and everything in between. And we have evolved quite a bit, and I'm very excited about that to see what comes in the future. These two lenses are just the start, of something great, inshallah. So I'm very excited about that. Yeah, I don't know what else to say, really. I'm just really happy that I got this lens. Again, for the projects that I have in mind, I want to take the quality of content that I put out to be at a new level, at a new standard, so that way, people appreciate it as a film and not just a video. Recently, on another YouTube channel, Make Art Now, they were asked if they are a YouTuber, and he said, "No, I'm not. I am a filmmaker." And I feel like I am somewhat the same category, where I use YouTube to put my content out there, but I'm not the stereotypical YouTuber. I tried to be in the past, but recently, or not recently, I would say for a while now, I've been very more careful of what I'm, or not careful, cautious of what I'm putting out there. Like, is it quality work? Is it quality content? Not just random stuff. And so that's why I started Real Time, this live show where we talk about film and television and everything in between. I'm going to keep saying that over and over, by the way. It's part of the slogan. And so, where was I going with this? No idea. Quality content. Yes, I classify myself more of a filmmaker, not a YouTuber, or at least the stereotype of that. Would I like to make YouTube my full-time job? That would be wonderful. Utilizing and leveraging YouTube as a means to provide quality content, get messages out there. That'd be great. But yeah, I think this kind of wraps it up for Real Time's episode for today, unboxing the Sirui 35mm f1.8 anamorphic lens. I'm very excited about it. Like I mentioned as well, they'll be coming out with a 24 and a 85mm. At least it's rumored to be that way. And if they do, then I might comp a 24mm because I just want to get wider and wider so we can get some really nice establishing shots. Or if you're in a really tight space, you can use a wide angle lens, but it's still the same caliber as these other two. And you'll get the image that you desire so much, that we all desire so much, for a fraction of the cost. I'm going to go ahead and wrap it up, guys. If y'all enjoyed this live stream of Real Time, make sure you give it a thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe. Make sure you hit that post notification down below, 2020 style. And yeah, this is Mustafa Talib signing off, and I will see y'all in the next one. Peace out.